Jason just shared his wins. He had a good showing this weekend from a Zillow lead, and making other appointments for future contacts. So good job, Jason.
Yep.
And any other wins?
I went on a listing appointment last week, and they texted me today and said, when should we expect our contract? So
I love getting those phone calls.
Yeah.
I love getting those phone calls.
Is our house on the market yet, or do we have to sign something? I was like, oh, I didn't know you guys wanted me to go ahead. And they're like, yeah, you're our girl.
That's cool. Good job. I went to a listing appointment on Saturday with some friends of mine that want to buy. We've been writing offers, but their house wasn't sold yet. So I told them, I coached them into, it's no use writing any more offers without getting your house sold first. And so they listened to me, but we had an appointment with them, and now they're debating, what they want to do after I gave them some hard facts. But again, sometimes that's our position, especially when it's friends and people that we care about, is giving them the straight talk that they need. And, I had to talk to them about the price range they're writing offers in. They're too high in their price range. They need to leave more padding to go above asking price in this market. So they're qualified to 330. So they're writing offers on 328, 329, and 330 properties, and that's just not going to happen. So it took a little dialogue, but, eventually they got to go, okay, we totally trust you. What do we need to do? I said, house on the market, maybe buy a rental or move into a rental for the next 4 to 6 months while you look for that perfect property. You'll be ready to go. And there's some special circumstances that make it necessary for them to do that. Credit, paying off things with the equity and so on. But it's going to change the dynamics. And we ran some scenarios by the lender, and the lender said, hey, if they sell their house and they pay off these two things, their credit score is going to go whacked out. I can get them up to 400 now, which is the price range they really, really want, which is that 350 to 390 price range with a little land and stuff for us. So, again.
So let me ask you something. So then what you're saying is that it's the price range would be about 400, not the credit score?
The price range would be moved up from 330, which is their maximum ceiling lending right now, to 400. Are you making a joke, or are you asking a question?
I'm kind of making a joke. But
okay, I didn't get it. Sorry, it's Monday. So anyway, that was a good, conversation. And again, it's a friend, so I'm a little more pointed, but we have to be this way with our clients as well, right? And especially in this market where things could be moving very quickly. We have to instruct them what to do, what's best for them, and getting those wins, basically.
Right before we went on this call, I checked out in our local statistics what the amount of active listings that there are versus the number of pendings.
Yeah.
And so the number of active listings was 188, and the number of pendings was 674. So it just kind of seemed like there's a big shortage of active listings,
We're seeing the same thing. There's an absolute critical shortage of active listings. And, the challenge that we're seeing now, just so everybody knows, is you could outperform what the appraisers can support. Meaning that I have a house that we just put in escrow in Salem, listed at 300 approximately, sold it for 355 approximately. I could have pushed that, but getting it to appraise is a whole nother animal. So it's not always just one side of it, like getting the most you can for a seller. Sometimes when you evaluate those counter offers and the multiple offers and things, you got to take into consideration which one has the highest likelihood of closing and which one has the likelihood of reaching an appraised value. Because there is an angle with buyers right now overpaying on purpose for the house, hoping that the appraisal satisfies their needs to get it down to a lower number. Meaning that if they offer 355 on a 300 house and it comes back as an appraised value of 315, they're not paying more than 315. The seller's now locked into an appraised price of 315. They can't get over that price without a cash offer. So it's a risky opportunity, but in a market like this, it's maybe even a play,
Well, a lot of buyers are getting desperate to the point where they'll offer whatever they have to offer just to tie it up.
Correct. And like I said, they're waiting either to renegotiate during the inspections, or they're waiting to hopefully get an appraiser, because the appraisers are behind the curve. Appraisers are always historical data, and they can't foresee what's going on, and they don't take in consideration what's happening in the current market. It's always 1, 2, 3 months in hindsight. And when you start looking back 3 months and 6 months because of COVID, you got a really big area that is a gray area for values. And so that's the current challenge right now. I think you saw our TC validate that last weekend, saying number one challenge right now is appraisals. We're seeing the same things. We accepted an offer about 30,000 over asking price. So we priced it very aggressively. So I have very little concern about that particular appraisal, but it's something to be concerned with. We did have a 355 offer, an acceleration clause. We decided to go with the solid offer where they don't have a house to sell and all the other pieces are in place with a conventional loan, as opposed to stretching that envelope. And that's not my decision, it's a seller decision, but the way that you can position this is important for you in this particular time.
I have a KV core question. I don't know whether it's, within appropriate or within the agenda that I could ask about it now, or if it should be done later.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So just might be a fundamental question for you guys, but okay. So we have like a lead come in. Can we tell like what parameters that they put in, if they put in some kind of parameters to have like searches come up for them? And then that's the first part of the question. And then the second part of the question is there something that we do ourselves if we want to set somebody up with certain parameters so that it sends them things within those parameters?
Yes, so two questions. Number one, when a lead comes in, yes, the capture pages give them some multiple choice questions. Do you want 3 bedrooms, 2 baths? Do you want between 250 and 300 or 300 and 400 or whatever it is that KV Core does? I haven't seen that side of it yet, but I know it exists because the leads come in and they'll launch them automatically on a drip campaign, or not a drip campaign, but a basically a what's it called? Not a it is Monday morning.
It sets up an auto alert.
Auto alert. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It sets up an auto alert for them based on those parameters. So then at that time, what happens is you can adjust that auto alert. So if you want to set up your own auto alert, Mike, what you could do is you take and you go into KV Core, and I could show you real quick on my screen.
Thank you.
Okay. So when you're in KV Core, you pick on a lead. Let's just pick this particular lead that came through ZBuyer. So they have no search alerts. This is where you're going to set this up. Search alert, add an alert, and then it comes up at this page. You could have multiple alerts for them, 1 or 2 alerts. But what you're going to do is click the edit button here, and then edit the things you want to do. You could say if it's a single family, you could pick options like walkable score, newly built, open house, all kind of options, areas, whatever area you want to pick, bedrooms, bathrooms, all these things. Or you can use a geographical area rather than the MLS area, or you could draw it on a map. So say, for instance, we have, I'm going to just put Albany just for this argument, right? Albany, Oregon, where I'm at. So I could say, let's say talking to them, they say they want to be on the west side of I-5, which is over here, but they don't want to be down all the way by 20. So for instance, this is North Albany up here above in the river in this spot. So if I say, what about North Albany? No, I don't want to have to cross the bridge every day, which is a pretty significant bottleneck right here. So we could say, hey, we could put you on this side of the thing. And basically at that point, I could just click on this and make an area that is exactly what I want to accomplish.
Okay.
Apply that selection. It will send them listings with the bedrooms, whatever you want in that area. Now, when you pick that particular area, though, one of the suggestions are don't give it too many other parameters, or you're really going to have a limited number of things they're getting. If you're going to be very specific about an area, make it a bigger area parameter of price and bedrooms and everything, or even leave bedrooms and all that out of it. Just focus on a big price range only. And then they'll at least see what's coming up in that particular area. When you're done with that particular alert, you could then do an alert for a second alert, which the second alert might be something very specific, like you want a neighborhood or an area or something like that. It could be two separate alerts. They may, interact together, meaning that they're not going to send two houses from two different alerts, but it could. You could come up with 3-bedroom, 2-bath for 200,000, and then you might have 2 to 250, and it comes up and sends them to them twice. Okay.
Okay, so when you set that up, does it immediately upon setting it up, does it just does it locate those things that are a match and then it just immediately sends it out? Or
yes, I'll show you. There's some good training on this, Mike, in the KV Core training section down here under Learning Portal.
Okay.
But let me show you one. So I'll put mine in, right? This is my particular profile that we play with. So I'm going to hit, do I not have subscribe to emails? There we go. Resubscribe to emails. So I'm going to hit search alert. I'm going to hit add an alert. I'm going to hit residential. I'm not going to put anything that just came up. But say, for instance, I want Albany. Okay. Not working right now. My website's been down for like a week. 3 weeks actually. But let's go 3 bedrooms just to try and show you this. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Price range, let's say 300 to 400. When I get all done and I set alert, if you hit save and send, it automatically goes to them. I would hit set alert so you could see it. Okay, you must have at least areas on the map. Well, it's not working right now. So I'm going to draw it on the map. So I'm going to go ahead and draw an area just like I just did, just to get a feel for this. Okay, so that area, apply selection, set alert, and it will come up and it will show you how many results. So I have 0 results, right? So what I could do is go back and edit that to other parameters. We can go down to 200,000. And we can go up to 400, 500,000, for instance. That shouldn't be the problem. So let's see what it does. Update alert. I still have 0. So something's wrong with this alert, just so you know. So if we go back to edit, and it could totally be my website because it's not even talking to the MLS correctly right now. They've just got it so messed up, it's not even funny. But when you do this in yours, it should work good. Okay. And it should come up and say 38 listings, for instance, or something like that. At that time, you could whittle your search down to where you're sending only 3, 4, 5. The system won't send 38. It only sends, I think, 5 at a time. But it may send 5 every day until those 38 are sent. It knows better than send all 38. But this is one of the most powerful things within your CRMs. And then once you like it, you hit save and send. I don't want to send it to myself, obviously. Make sure it's active when you're done with it. What's that?
Another big thing is the frequency. There's a send every day, once a week, every 2 weeks, and then there's an ASAP. I have, especially in a hot market, I've made sure to hit the ASAP. So it's not just that day.
That means if a new listing comes on 11 in the morning, it goes out immediately to them. Okay, so you have ASAP is just that right away. Daily, twice weekly, once weekly, twice a month, monthly. So what this is it depends on how warm they are, right? If they're hot, you're showing them properties, you want them to get them ASAP. And then daily is another option. And if they're just kind of just starting the process, twice weekly might be good for them so you don't blow them out of water. You have once weekly, twice a month, and then monthly. So you get somebody totally slow. Typically it comes from a conversation. And what I say is I go, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I've got a really powerful system, but I don't want to shock and awe you. I don't want to blow you out of the water. So I have multiple ways that we can send these to you. I can go real slow, send in a monthly, bi-monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, or you can get them as soon as they come on the market. You just might get an excessive amount I could always adjust, but which one of these fit your needs? And then you're just literally plugging them in based on what they tell you. And that conversation sets the expectation where they're not going to delete your stuff. They're going to communicate with you because you've got permission to do it as such.
Initially, when you send out, when you set it up, okay, you mentioned that sending out 5 at a time. Originally, when you're first setting it up, does it send them everything, or is it still like the 5 at a time?
It only sends 5 at a time. So like I said, my system's broken right now. It will not work. I've been battling with it for 3 weeks. Ever since I got rid of the team site, they might as well just poured acid on my system. It's been that bad. It's horrible. People are getting blank property reports. It's been an absolute disaster. And KV Core, the owners of KV Core are working on it for me, but they had the wrong smart number for a week and a half. So all my campaigns sent people a different number. It's just been a hot mess, but we're getting there. My smart number is working again, but they don't have syndication with the MLS yet because I had to rebuy the smart numbers and all the vanity domains and all that stuff. But if you guys have any promotional stuff that had realtyexplained.us, don't use that anymore because my site is not going to be connected to you anymore because of this challenge with the team sites. So check your websites, make sure they work and they weren't linked through the realtyexplained.us like they were before. But the good thing is everybody's got their individual site that you already had before. It's just you were sharing the team site. And through challenges with KV Core, that team site just never functionally got to where it was supposed to be. So we abandoned ship, and now I'm going to have 4 independent sites for each one of my markets that I'm in. That was the solution that they came up with, which I liked a lot better because what's cool about KV Core is, say for instance, you're in Hollywood, Jason, and you decide that you want to work in, San Diego as well. For $14, you can get a whole nother complete standalone site that's got separate MLSs, separate client base, separate communication and messaging, separate search alerts, everything for $14, and it's unlimited. So every time you want a new market, I happen to have Santa Rosa, Redding, Central Willamette, and the RMLS, which serves all of Oregon and Bend. So I have those 4 MLSs. So I need 4 separate sites, 4 separate logins, pain in the ass, excuse my language. But the reality is that it was supposed to work through the team site and it just didn't work right. It was getting smart numbers from California when they were in Oregon and vice versa. And, it was a little bit of a hot mess, but we're getting there. And that's a really cool feature that I wasn't aware of. I've been paying $400 and something a month for a team site for 2 years. And now the new sites are going to do it for $14 a month, which is pretty cool. Okay, but like Alita, you have a team site in Santa Rosa and you have a team in Redding. You could have 2 team sites for $14 extra a month. EXP provides the first one for free, second one's $14. So pretty cool.
Right, that's awesome.
Same thing with Wendy. I think you have Washington and Oregon. You might be in the same MLS, but if you do start getting into other MLSs, then you want to have the separate team sites for those.
Yeah, I'm on the Yakima MLS and the RMLS and Central Willamette, or the Willamette Valley.
Yeah, so you're like me. You've got 3 all within 40 miles. Redding has the same thing. It's got 3 MLSs within 25 miles of Redding. You got Mount Shasta, Redding, and Lassen, or Tehama County.
And
it's a challenge when you have these little ones that don't communicate with everybody.
Do you use separate smart numbers for each of these locations or one?
I do. So I'm setting it up where you could do your one number, but the most ideal way to do it is get a separate site and a separate smart number for that area. So everything that's in that database in like Redding's a 530 number. Everything in Santa Rosa, 707 number, everything in Oregon, 541, and so on. Probably doesn't concern you yet, but as you expand or decide you want to open up in other markets, and that's a possibility within your EXP opportunity, then that's a good thing. Also, as you progress through the apprentice program and become mentors and have mentors in other areas, that might be an opportunity. Say you have a mentor in San Diego, well, then you could join the San Diego MLS and work through that mentor and helping apprentices in that particular area build through leads and different things. Okay, Any other questions on that? I'd love to do more training on the Facebook or on the KV Core, but my site's not working right now, so it's kind of futile.
And so as far as the original question that I asked, as far as training is concerned, you mentioned the learning portal has more information on that?
Yes. So if you go into KV Core's got an amazing learning portal. So if you go into the learning portal and you type in something you want to find courses, you could type in all kinds of stuff in here. This is Team Plus agents, back office, all kinds of stuff here. You can also go in and search for things like, for instance, what would we call this to search for? Alerts, for instance. Let's see if it pulls up anything for alerts. I think that's the courses that you're on. All courses. So virtual training summit, lender success plan, how to create and promote virtual open houses. These are courses that they've come up with recently to get you into action, but you also have the KV Core team. Don't do that. The agents getting started. This has got 4 courses to help you get started. Helps you with the agent success plan, the email editor, editing your website settings. And then they're always pushing the KV Core team platform. But there's several things within here, Mike, that you can use, and you can see how many there are down here. You just keep scrolling through them. KV Core Agents Advanced Training, everything's free. So there's 11 courses here. Marketplace, getting to know the marketplace. Lender, getting started. Back office for admins, this is what your assistant would want to go through. There's 1 course. Core listing and social agents, how to do social things. Listing machines. Again, I'll just glance through a couple of these. But admin success, advanced email editor, converting your KV Core contacts into leads. Great course. 34 lessons in here. It's all free. Okay, so really it's on you, and we're going to be teaching portions of this, but there's so much in here available for you that you just got to go in and look and see what would be valuable for you, and then go through those pieces. And then, like I said, I'll be laying out some specific topics and chapters to learn as we go through the apprentice modules.
One last question.
Are so user friendly. Sorry, Mike. They're
No problem.
super user friendly. I've done a bunch of them, and they're awesome trainings.
Yeah, like say for instance this seller leads, right? Let's click on it. So how to generate seller leads. So a lot of people want more seller leads with their contacts. So here's a course that tells you how to do it.
Welcome to this inside real estate course called How to Generate and Convert Seller Leads. The course is broken down into 3 main sections.
You can fast forward it. When you come to the end of it, it will automatically go to the next one, so you can see where you're at. You could skip forward to it. You can come to here. It says you completed introduction, continue. And you could jump around and look at what
in this section we have buyer focused seller lead generation and
so I'm going to stop that. But you can see there's a lot of value in here and a lot of training. So if you go in and ask them a question, hey, I want to get more seller leads, they're going to direct you to the university to learn these particular courses. Okay. But lots of things for you to learn inside there. Did you have a question, Mike? I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, I could probably keep going, but yeah, just one more question for you then.
I love it.
Okay, so I've started doing things with BombBomb videos, and I would send out the BombBomb videos like 1 at a time to individuals.
Yeah.
And I see the one where you could send like a mass text or mass email.
Yes.
With BombBomb videos included.
Yes.
When I go to like the mass text and I select the video, I see that it has like all the names of the people that I'm going to be sending for the mass text. Do the other people that I send text to see everybody else, or just that individual?
It's a blind carbon copy.
Perfect. Okay.
So it doesn't go to everybody. And also you could add you get free, which I think is 10 or 15 YouTube videos a month for free. But you could sign up for that as well. You go to CRM add-ons and you can see all the different things like the core voicemail drop. You'll see video for groups. This is the powered by BombBomb. So I already subscribed to it, so I have it, right? So when you're, what you could do that's very cool is you could record videos that are for like FSBOs. And you could record it saying, hey, good morning, it's Randy. I just wanted to reach out to you as a FSBO, and I saw it come up today. Give me a call back. I have a really cool program for FSBOs. I know you just came on the market today. And then you could send that for the next 3 months. Every time a FSBO comes online, it looks like you just recorded it. You don't want to say their name or anything like that in the video, or you'll have to record it individually, but you could certainly do that as well. You could respond to an email with video, and then it's a one-off, but you can build a catalog of videos that have to do with like a new Z-Buyer lead. You could send them a video going, hey, I was just got done with a client, noticed you just came through on my Z-Buyer site. It's a great site, and it has an instant cash valuation, whatever you want to say. You could record those and really systematize your responses in your business.
Thanks.
Okay. But that's what I would focus on. And you have core video for groups. I don't know what that is yet. I haven't seen that yet. I don't know what that means, but basically the reality is they're trying to get you to buy BombBomb. That's the relationship. They give it to you for free, which is very cool. Most agents don't send, 5, 10 videos a month. So that would for free would work great. But if you're bringing, you can't save them, you can't catalog them, you can't do any of that stuff with the free version. It's a one-off thing. So if you didn't pay for it, then that's why you might be having problems if you can't save them and stuff.
Is that for 5 or 10 contacts?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jason.
I was saying, is that to 5 or 10 contacts or 5 or 10 videos?
5 or 10 videos.
So you can send like 5 to 10 videos to like hundreds of people then, as long as it's the same video?
No, I think you could send 10 videos a month. So here it is right here. It says on the screen, included with KV Core at no cost, up to 10 single-use video emails, unlimited through July 31st. So until the end of the month, it's unlimited for free. So now would be the time to send a video to everybody in your database because it's free for the next 11 days. But no video templates, no ability to save videos, and no analytics and tracking. If you pay for it, then you get all that stuff. Okay.
And also after through July 31st, we don't know what's going to happen with this freebie after then, right?
Yes, we do. It won't be there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be free, but it's unlimited through July 31st. Okay, so it'll be 10 videos per month. 10 single-use videos per month. So like if you just had a showing with somebody, you can send them a video. If you just have a listing appointment, high-profile things you want to send video with, that's free, okay? But because of that July 31st deadline, it'd be a great time for all the apprentices to get used to it and try to have relationship, build a deeper connection with your people over the next few weeks.
And if you get a deal out of it through between now and the 31st, then that'll pay for BombBomb for life, probably.
It absolutely would, yes. Okay. Any questions? Hey, Shannon, what's your MLS? You're on mute.
MetroList.
MetroList. Okay, thank you. And are there like 3 in that particular area that you're in as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious. I know Placer County, Metro, there's just a bunch that overlap. Same thing for Northern California, same thing in Oregon. And like our MLS is a big one. Our MLS actually is multiple states. And Wendy and I are in actually I'm signing up for our MLS. I haven't done it yet. Paperwork's in process. But it's weird because Willamette Valley is in the middle and our MLS covers Portland and then Eugene. So it's like on both sides of the Willamette Valley MLS. It's just kind of strange. Same thing in Northern California where you got these overlaps. And, Siskiyou County, for instance, you got Mount Shasta that has Siskiyou County realtors. They are horrible. They don't even want other agents in their area. They won't give access. They don't syndicate with anybody. It doesn't go to Zillow. It's just like, they have a cult up there. They've done a good job at keeping out the wolves, but as an agent that's butting up to that area, you've got to join up to that MLS or you can't have any access. And if you call and say, hey, can I get information? They go join the MLS. So it just depends on you. So good questions. Anything else right now? Either, related, unrelated, doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about my topic a little bit. It's brief. It's a short, just overview of what's coming next. But anybody have anything that I can help with?
I had something from my Lake Corps, and I'm trying to find it. I've requested her send it to me, but my Lake Corps here in Lake County said that they do not allow us to reach out to expired listings anymore.
That is false. They cannot stop you from reaching out to expireds. They don't have any control over it, number one. I would argue this, but I'm just giving it to you bold, right? So they cannot tell you not to reach out to expired because they don't have a contractual relationship with them any further, number one. Number two, they're probably talking about withdrawals or something along those lines when there's still some kind of contractual relationship. There's a lot of people that don't want to be calling expireds, and there's a lot of agents that vote on the side of not calling expireds for obvious reasons. But in the whole United States, I don't know a single MLS that's done that effectively and or can. Because as soon as it's canceled or expired, there is no relationship with the MLS. There's no governing relationship.
No, I understand that fully, Randy, but
So
there were issues in San Diego, and I don't know how San Diego affects Northern California so much, but they are trying to fine realtors that start reaching out to expireds if the expireds call Lake Corps and complain about it.
Yeah, but again, they can't do that. So I would look into this, Jennifer. I would just tell you to stay in curiosity, look into it and find out what the details are. And if it's true, let me know, because they can't do that. Not that we're going to,
Yeah, I know.
start protesting the headquarters of the local MLS. That's not a win, but they can't control that. They can control a lot of mechanisms within it. They control the data. They can wipe the data off the MLS as soon as it expires. There's a whole bunch of things they could do. But the only thing they can enforce is the do not call list, which again, on an expired takes it out of play. So I've never heard that. I've heard that, but I haven't heard that successfully.
Okay, well, I'll send you over the email once you send it back to me. So
I'd love to see it. And is it possible? Absolutely. Is it enforceable? Doubtful. Is it legal? For sure not.
Okay.
That doesn't mean they won't do it.
Right.
I have a question, Randy. I'm starting to do some YouTube. I want to start doing YouTube marketing here.
Yeah.
I don't know where my best editor is to do YouTube videos.
Your best editor?
Yeah, how do I edit my YouTube videos?
Okay, I'll share my screen and show you a couple that I use. So if you go to my video, you'll see my YouTube, but this one right here called savevideo.me is one that does it.
Okay.
Another one is this one called KeepVid, KeepVid, KeepVid.pro. And so what these are, both downloaders and editors for YouTube. You have to download it first before you can edit it. Now, if you're doing videos specifically in YouTube, it's gonna be loud for a minute.
Hello, I'm Randy.
That wasn't too bad. But if you go into one of your videos, right?
Yeah.
And let's just say I go into this video.
Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to put a quick.
And so what you could do is in your video where you actually have it housed, right? You
Yes.
can go in and edit it, and you could trim YouTube videos front and back very easy, but you can't segment them. You can't take like this 2 minutes out of it and edit it together without outside software. YouTube doesn't have it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hopefully that helps.
It does.
Good.
No one uses YouTube video here, so I thought I would try it.
No, that's a big deal. YouTube's huge. And YouTube, the benefit to YouTube is it tracks how many people have seen it, how many minutes, and all that kind of stuff. There's ways to increase your subscribers. We're going to talk about that in one of the apprentice modules as we progress. The next module that I'm working on right now is Facebook, which is obviously a big component and a big module. But there's going to be multiple pieces within this Facebook module that's really exciting, the things that you could do with Facebook. But YouTube's another platform. And frankly, remember who owns Facebook?
Google.
No.
Oh, no, Mark.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Who owns Instagram?
Mark.
Correct. Who owns YouTube?
Google.
Yep, Google basically owns Google. Google owns YouTube. Now what about who owns TikTok? Chinese company, correct. I think Facebook will buy them out soon for billions because it's getting too popular and too big, and I think that's going to be absorbed by Facebook, maybe Google, who knows. But those are the two big two, and they don't like and talk to each other, meaning that you can't put a Facebook video on YouTube if you've ever noticed. You can put YouTube on Facebook, but you can't download it from Facebook. You can't touch it once it's there. There's no editing, no anything. Any other video you could download off of Facebook and save it. So those two platforms really are kind of standalone. You have to treat them as such. So when you post something on YouTube, you can go live on YouTube. You can do a lot of things within YouTube now that a lot of people don't take advantage of. But you could post it to Facebook, but it's just a housing of it on Facebook. You can't do anything once it's there. So what I do, and I'll give you just a quick preview of how this works. You go upload a video. Am I sharing my screen?
No, not yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back. So I'm on my YouTube channel, right? If I go to my actual YouTube channel, let me show you what it looks like. So I'm on my YouTube channel. No, I'm not. Let me get out of here. Okay, YouTube channel right here. It's going to play my video again in the beginning.
Hello, I'm Randy Byrd, and thank you for coming to.
That's an automatic thing that plays every time. Okay. Now, within my YouTube, I could go to my playlists, videos, and I'm going to teach you all this, how to set this up correctly, because your playlists are just a hugely important thing on YouTube. But what I want to show you is real simple how to add a video. Hit the create a video or post button right there, upload a video. It will bring a big screen up in the middle of the screen. And all you have to do is select the file and drag it to it. You could select the file if you want to, but all you have to do, like for instance, all my Zoom files, if I just grabbed a Zoom, I could drag it into that Facebook thing or into that YouTube thing. It's automatically going to upload that video. All right. Once it's being uploaded, that's when you can say what you want to add and so on. So say, for instance, if I wanted to put, let me go to my Zoom videos and just grab any one. We'll just grab this one. Okay. So I'm going to grab this and drag it in there. Okay. It's uploading now. So it's uploading. And when it's done, it will ask you where you want to put it, what playlist you want it in. It will say what clip do you want to have on the thumbnail, made for kids, whatever's going on. And then you could get back to the end and you could list it as private and only people you send a link can see it. Or I'm sorry, only the people you choose. So I'd have to say only Mike Rosen can see this video and it's only between us. Or unlisted, anybody with a link can see it. And that's how I post everything into like the Facebook groups and different things, is they need that link to see it. And then, but they can copy and paste the link and everybody that they send it to can see it. Or public, everybody can watch it, right? So everything I do typically is public because that's the whole goal. I want the public to see it. You just copy that link right there and then that's your YouTube video is done, okay? I'm gonna X out of here. I don't want to save that video. But then when they're done, I'm gonna cancel this upload. When they're done, you can see that, like, for instance, this is Alan and I's training we did the other day. And you can see it's got different thumbnails that I could put in here for what I want it to look like publicly. This one's unlisted, so only people with the link can see it, right? And then so I could take that link, copy it, and then when I go into a Facebook page, So I'm going to go over to the apprentice group, and I'm going to put, I'll put a new post. Alan and I discussing, I don't know what we were discussing. What was it? An offer, I think it was. An offer. All right. I could post in that, paste in that link, and there's the video. Okay, offer received, now what with Coach Randy Byrd. So I'm posting it in this private group. Anybody can watch this video because that's a unlisted URL code, but nobody can find that video in the world unless they're in that group, right? So it's kind of semi-private, but that's how easy it is to post a YouTube video once you're done with that. Okay, any questions on that? Awesome. So, you know, we're nearing the time. We try to allot 45 minutes to take advantage of, you know, training, but being supportive of your time and respectful of your time. Any questions, anything, any needs, anything I can support you with this week? I would say marching orders this week would be focus on seeing if you can get some Zoom videos out through BombBomb, or not Zoom, but BombBomb videos through your CRM. Those are single use, so you'll have to do a video every time for each one of your particular clients, but what a powerful way to do it for 30 seconds.
I will try the BombBomb, but I'm just telling you right now, I've got 5 escrows closing this week, so I'm a little tied up with that.
Thank you for telling me that. I'm proud of you for having 5 escrows. Go get your next 5 and get some BombBomb done, sister.
I know, right? I'll get on that.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, you know, do what you can, but it expires the 31st. Now, if you're going to buy it, it doesn't make a big a difference. But if you're not going to buy it, it's a great opportunity to use the BombBomb to your ability. I've been paying for BombBomb for about 9 years. It's really a great tool. And with everything going to video, it just really complements that piece of it.
Okay.
Okay.
I will work on it.
The next training I'm doing in the modules is Facebook ads and Facebook general. So I'm going to be talking about the 15, 10, 5, 3, 2, 1 in length. I'm going to be talking about how to do Facebook ads. I'm posting a couple videos from Tom Ferry, Jason Pantana, another expert. There's going to be multiple, probably a couple hours of videos in this module. Make sure you watch these and really try to embrace these, because there's some super powerful stuff. And I just want to give you a couple highlights. So what you could do is create saved audiences. And remember, in modules 4 and 5, it's the farm, right? It's our geographical farm. Well, you could save custom audiences that are your farm. So then you could promote on Facebook to just them, but they don't know you're targeting them. It's really quite powerful. And then you could just add a database through a CSV that you get from the title company to a custom audience. And then for pennies a day, you could put an ad in front of each one of those things. And then say, for instance, like, what's happening in Edgewood, you know, golf community this weekend, or so-and-so subdivision, or did you hear about the theft that was this weekend? If whatever, you know, whatever you can do to create interest in Facebook, and they click it, they automatically get put into your database. They automatically get put into the Facebook groups. It's really quite powerful. Co-hosting events like we talked about, restaurants and businesses, and now that they're shutting all the businesses down in California again, it's a great time for you to interview people in your farm area or somebody that lives in your farm. Hey, this is so-and-so that owns ABC Bistro. He lives right here in Edgewood with me, Hollywood Hills, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden you're bringing that personal content to the value of that. Your ratings and your watchability will go very, very much higher. Okay. And then again, one of the most powerful things that we're going to teach is cross-promoting, meaning that say you interview ABC Bistro and it happens to be in your farm area or even in your town. When you're done with the video, you could have ABC Bistro send it out to their database, because you're promoting them, you're giving them love and highlighting their business. So you're cross-pollinating your real estate into their database. That's the key, right? So you're not just giving it info to your database, you're working through their database to give that message out that is somewhat of an interview type format. Really powerful. I've done it with Tuesday Titans successfully. We've had a couple of shows with 7,000, 8,000 views and hundreds of shares. That's really powerful when you start getting into that kind of reach within your farms and outside your farm area. Okay. But look for that. It's probably going to take me, I'm leaving this Thursday on a little mini vacation trip. So I'm doing the apprentice call this Thursday. I'm leaving right after it. I want to hold that commitment to you guys. A chance I'll be on the road Monday. I'm not positive. It depends how it goes. We're riding to Reno from Oregon. So going to see family in Redding. My 88-year-old aunt's coming up. So we're going to spend a day with her. And then we're riding to Reno and then back through the upper parts of Bend and Oregon on the motorcycles, my son and I. So I'm pretty excited.
Sweet.
But other than that, have a powerful week. I'm here for you if you need anything. I know we've had some different activity within the apprentices. That's exciting. We got new listings. We've got multiple escrows. We've got new showings for the first time. We've got some things going on. So just congrats and let me know how we can support you and what we can do to support you.
Randy, I just sent you an email for the contacting expired listings through Lakemore.
Okay, awesome.
And I CC'd Alita.
Okay, cool. I'll look at it. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great
All right,
week.
guys. Have a great day. I appreciate it.
All right.
See you guys. Bye
Bye,
for
guys.
now.
Bye.